But a big response by Brazil in the minute since that sensational goal from Morocco. It's Yassine now. Couldn't keep it, and that'll be whistled dead.
Well, it's going to be a free kick for Brazil, and we've talked about their ability on set pieces, and certainly some of the big tall players. This is Eric Belay at the near post, cleared away.
That's Hominy.
Yeah, just on the field. It's a great header.
Morocco have had a defender save a goal-bound shot off the line in each game so far.
Indeed, yeah. Zawani in the first game.
Wesley and Eric Belay over this free kick now. 3 saves for Ben Schausch, all very high-quality saves as well. Wesley runs away. Belay sends it into the back post. That was Igor skipping off the back of his head. And 2 more substitutions for Brazil. This is going to be it for them for subs.
Yeah, they're emptying the tank.
Igor and Coutinho, who scored that wonderful long-distance goal against Mexico, are subbed off. Gustavo Prado and David Washington, both of whom we saw in the opener, will come on. So yeah, I mean, you can feel the desperation from Ramon Menezes to say, 20 minutes to go, I'm going to get all of my subs in the field. You guys got to find a goal. Find a way for us to get something out of this game. His first touch for David Washington, just on the field. Belay rolls it wide. It's Gustavo out there. Is he just going to be playing as a nominal right back? It's hooked back across, awkward spin. Wesley controls.
Morocco have got to get up.
Ruan Gabriel hooks in a good-looking cross, and enough of a touch there. Sahwani to send it behind for a corner.
It's an onslaught of pressure right now from Brazil, and Morocco just either A, the quality of the outlet ball has not been good enough, and B, when the ball is clear, they're not pushing and squeezing their lines and just allowing Brazil to sit right on top of them inside the 18-yard box.
Ensuing corner to the near post, sent away by Zabiri. Gustavo seemed to be unsure what he wanted to do with it, and it's given away. Tajuart just on the field. Leo Derrick, last man back, trying to get some support. And then Tajuart there just didn't have the runner he thought he had on the outside, and it will eventually peter all the way out for a goal kick. "20 minutes to go at Estadio Nacional in Santiago at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Morocco, as it stands, clinching a spot in the next round with a group stage game still to go with their second win. Brazil, as it stands, in a must-win scenario against Spain in their finale on Saturday. That one's hooked in and repelled by the Moroccan defense.
Oh, bad decision, and Esadak has been good throughout this game and with the ball. But that looked like a moment where they did have a couple of options, but just tries to jam it in too early to Zabiri. He looks a little bit frustrated at that ball too, and then even the previous one from Tajuart, he was looking around, looked once again unsure of which option he wanted to take and dumped the ball away. They're not getting a lot of those types of moments right now, Morocco, so it's important that when they do, that's a chance for them to move up the field.
Ruan Gabriel across for Wesley. Wesley skips inside of Mamar, hands it back wide. Leo Derrick couldn't get a cross away. Wesley under immediate pressure. He's tripped up, and here's another free kick for Brazil. We've got native Arabic speakers, native French speakers, native Dutch speakers out there on the field for Morocco. Wesley stands over it for Brazil. Thiago with his hand up at the back post. Wesley takes a flick, and whether that was on target or not, Ben Schausch down to his left to snare it. And throws it out.
Oh.
Under some immediate pressure there was Mamar.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And then the header, oh, it's going to be whistled dead there as Esadok was down. He was fouled in the opinion of Keylor Herrera.
I think it just ends up maybe grazing his the left side of his face as he was coming across.
But you know what you noticed there? Keylor Herrera wasn't looking at him.
Yeah. Just saw the reaction.
And Morocco get away with that moment there as a result. Balf just blasts it long all the way to Otavio. .64% possession for Brazil. They've doubled up Morocco in shots. And yet they trail by a goal. Wesley to the far side for Gustavo. Couldn't bring it down cleanly. And some frustrated Brazilian fans in Santiago. And probably some Chileans more than happy to taunt Brazil, all things considered.
Indeed. Still going to be a long 15 minutes, I think, for Morocco. They've got to really try to take care of that ball. And you need a lot of committed defending in these types of moments, too. But this is a group that feels together.
And there was plenty of pressure Spain put on, late on, even at 2-0 in the opener. As their manager said, Mohamed Wabi, we have a confidence, we have a belief in ourselves right now. Sahwani up for Hamoni. He shrugs his way through two Brazilians, plays it across to Kassim Yassin. He's been involved in all three goals Morocco have scored in this tournament. Hamoni again, and just couldn't quite pull off what it was.
What a goal for Morocco. And it started with a build-up all the way back in their own half. Hamoni, one of the subs, does so well to break inside, takes defenders with him, opens it up wide, and you're going to see as this ball pops out, the chance is gone. But Yassin, who already has one assist on the night, he pounces quick, good strength, and then balance, drives at the back line, both center backs drawn to him, and scoops it off to Zabiri for his second goal of the tournament. And he hasn't really had much in front of goal in the finish across the goal of Otavio. Just laces right through the middle of that ball, piercing the side netting and into the back of the net. After a sustained spell of pressure, bend don't break from Morocco, and they punch right back to give themselves a 2-goal cushion.
All eyes on Keylor Herrera right now, but again, it would take Brazil's manager to feel like there was something in there to request a review to overturn the goal. Yes, here's Zabiri, goals in both games. And Morocco will make a pair of substitutions. Naim Biar will come on. Yunus El Bahraoui will come on. Yassine Khalifi, one of the players at risk of a yellow card suspension for the finale. And then the goal scorer, Zabiri, will get his curtain call.
Substitution. Sustitución Marruecos. Player number 16. Número 16.
I don't think, even for all of the momentum that Morocco have, as we've said, men and women, youth and senior, I don't think you would have found, well, okay, let's hold on right now. Review request from the Brazilian bench that Yaqssim committed a foul there. And this is where, and I think maybe it was relevant to the first one, the standard that's been given to this is clear and obvious errors. Or is it a Brazilian bench just hoping against hope and grasping at straws for something to save them?
After a free review, the both players challenge for the ball in the fair manner. Final decision, goal.
I like that. I like that decision. It was hard. It's hard to say to know exactly what they're looking at in that moment if they're only looking at the one angle. But, you know, he's got clear grab of his shirt. I didn't think anything of it, to be honest, when the goal first happened. But then when you slow it down and then you see the hand in the shorts and the pulling, you wonder sometimes what the referees are going to decide, but that feels like the right call, and it deserves a second goal. Wow.
And by the way, Brazil's bench now 0 for 2 for review requests at this tournament. Morocco's bench is 2 for 2. Yaqssim, 2 assists on the night, has been involved in all 4 Morocco goals, scored 1, assisted the other 3. He plays at Dunkirk in the French second tier. Zabiria scored twice. He plays at a Famalicão in Portugal. There are some brand name clubs represented on this Morocco roster, but it's some of the guys at lesser clubs that have actually been the most impactful for them. And to make the point from earlier, I don't think anyone outside of Morocco would have thought 2-0 against Spain, 2-0 against Brazil.
I know. When you look at it, it's quite a statement, and you've been laying it out throughout the game about the investment from Morocco in soccer specifically. We were there for that great run that they had in Qatar in 2022. And then now to see the youth national team starting to push on, and it's not like this has just been a total fluke of a game. They've been in this game from the beginning, and here they come again.
Yaqssim off the miscontrol from Leandrinho, or Leo Derrick, in fact, who's able to recover.
Just ran out of gas there, didn't he? He's been everywhere tonight.
And it's the women, too. Half of us were there to see Morocco's women go on their great run, get to the knockout stage at the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Watch out for Morocco next summer. They're going to come with confidence. They reached the semifinal last World Cup. They're going to be well supported at any stadium they play in. Here's Luigi. Thought he'd won a penalty in the first half. Review said it was simulation instead, and then he sails the cross out past Eric Bellet. All right, what about for Brazil? Because at this point now, they're tied at the bottom of the group with Spain. Goal differential. I mean, Brazil versus Spain, winner would almost certainly advance.
It sets up for a fun game, though, doesn't it?
And if they draw, they're almost certainly both done. That's going to be a wild one. That's going to be on Saturday afternoon. It'll be in this same stadium in Santiago. Morocco want more. A third goal will put Brazil bottom of the group on goal differential. Here's BR. Blocked by
Speculative,
Iago.
yeah, from a little bit deep out there. Speaks to the confidence that they're playing with as well. But yeah, Brazil just look stunned, don't they, including their manager.
We said the other night, all anyone in Brazil wanted to talk about is all the players who aren't on this roster, who could have been, weren't released by their clubs or have graduated this level or were injured, some of them. That ball did go out of play. It bounced off the other ball. But I suppose the question is, if Brazil is what Brazil always has been, surely there are enough 18, 19, 20-year-olds to put together a team of quality in a tournament like this.
And it's crazy to think, though, we were seconds away from Brazil making a triple sub trying to stamp on the throat a little bit of Morocco in a period of the game where they were very good, but just lacked that final action that would create a goal. And instead, it was Morocco who had very limited opportunities within the second half. Create a goal out of absolutely nothing. It comes from a set piece and a goal, and it's just completely shifted the entire narrative around this game and this performance. But that's the reality of just the game of soccer, but then also a game in a tournament. And Morocco, credit to them for finding the second goal. Was a great goal, but it just comes off of some individual mistakes, some little moments. They don't clear the ball, and Morocco kept believing.
It's allegedly a Winston Churchill line, and it has to be cleaned up for television, but there are lies, there are bad lies, and then there are statistics. Brazil has outpossessed Morocco 2-1. They've outshot Morocco 2-1. They still have more than double an expected goals value to the shots, and it's Morocco that lead 2-0. And the Oles are out in Santiago.
Oh, what a touch. He's going to go for a meg or something here. Yep. Oh.
Yassine, though, is...
I saw that one coming, all right?
But if you're building a list of guys in this tournament that are raising their profile and they're going to have some big clubs sniffing around, not that he wouldn't already be on their radar. He was a part of that Dunkirk team that made a storybook run to the Coupe de France semi-final, lost to PSG. And he's put up big numbers already at the beginning of this season, even though he's not played a ton with this group, largely because he's been a regular at his club, so they haven't released him. French-born, eligible to play for Morocco. Great touch there. Esadok, and he gets it back from El Bahraoui. Esadok saw the defender slip, took it himself. Otavio, second save of the night. Hamoni there couldn't do anything with it. Gustavo trying to escape, runs out of room. And let's not forget, from a Morocco standpoint, whatever they do next summer in 2026, they're one of the co-hosts of the 2030 World Cup. That's when most of these players would more realistically be in the picture. When Morocco, Spain, and Portugal, along with the 3 South American nations, who are going to be right at the beginning of the tournament, are hosting that World Cup of 2030. El Bahraoui not getting the free kick he wanted. 5 minutes to play.
You're really testing that left hamstring there of Otavio.
But even little moments like that, right? Just doesn't, something just seems to be off. Wesley hands it back for Leo Derek. Here's Gustavo. Hooks the cross in, and awkwardly dealt with there. Mamar facing his own goal, comes along to Wesley now. Wesley back inside. Rilo Rickman will reset backwards. Wesley just keeps it in play. Yassine knocks it out. And you just wonder, in the 20th minute, Luigi and Eric Belay forced 2 wonderful saves out of Yanis Benchaush. How easily Brazil could have taken an early lead in this game. And then Igor in the final seconds of the first half forcing a wonderful save when it was still scoreless.
Well wide, but wow, what an opportunity. A great ball bent in here. Just because of the sheer pace of this ball, they had a 2v2 at the back post, and it was Luigi heading that one smack off the crossbar. He's been quiet in the second half, really hasn't had much service at all. And then that was his moment. He tries to glance the header, couldn't get over the top of it to keep it underneath, and it's going to be a curtain call for Yassine, who, terrific day for him. 2 assists, and just so influential in the game.
Taha Majdi came on late in the first game as well, just to try to shore things up at the back. It looked like Sahwani might have had a tiny little touch to that one off the head of Luigi.
They're going for a review again here, Brazil.
And I'm wondering if that's what then they're going to say is maybe it was a handball. And this is their, if they lose it, second and final challenge. So now looking first, was anyone offside?
Nope.
Kayla Herrera and American Joe Dickerson looking at it.
We're gonna need the close-up here if this hits the right hand here before Luigi. This is gonna, I'm imagining what they're looking at frame by frame. Doesn't look like a handball to me. Is it on the, as it comes off Luigi's head? Oh yeah, maybe a little touch there from Sahwani. Watch this as the ball comes off the head of Luigi. This wasn't the best look at it.
And again, we're only going to have so many cameras, and you have to go with what you have. And if it's not clear and obvious, you have to keep the call on the field. That's the standard that's been set. And it might be one of those where there just might not be a decisive angle.
I felt like I saw it best on that one that was the reverse cam behind the goal. High end zone shot. Because that it's hard to say.
Are you 100% sure? And is Kayla Herrera 100% sure? Because he needs to be. There's definitely probable cause. Is it beyond a shadow of a doubt?
This one. This is the best view I felt. You see that little deflection off there? And I think they just confirmed that.
That or someone's come into the...
No. Both Kayla Herrera and Joe Dickerson there. Yeah, they're going to say a handball here, I think.
Well, someone from the Brazil bench gets his 15 seconds of fame on camera for encroaching on the review area.
Now. After a quick review, the defender, number 15 of Morocco, plays the ball directly kick with the hand. So final decision, penalty kick.
There you go. So Brazil have been handed a possible lifeline here. We'll see how much added time there's going to be. They've got to make this penalty to get within one.
Do you know what's interesting about this call? I don't even know if this one, it felt so bang in the moment. I'm not even sure VAR might not have even thought of anything of that, right? The ball might have just been played quickly back in on a goal kick, but credit to the Brazilian coaching staff. They were all over that one. And it's going to be Iago to take the penalty.
The captain, the center back, captains Flamengo's U20s, has scored goals for Brazil's U20s. 10 minutes, we've not even played one. So theoretically, we still have 10 minutes after this penalty is taken. Yanis Benchaush, 4 saves in this game. Iago of Brazil to give them a chance in the dying moments. Buckle up.
Wow, he absolutely hammers this ball with the inside of the foot. Just takes the little step, Benchaush goes the other way, and that's a really good penalty from Iago, top corner. Here we go. Well, we felt the Brazilian flurry was going to come before. It didn't before Morocco punched their second goal in, and we were all talking, well, there we go. Morocco's moving on, 2-0. Well, Brazil says not so fast. They get the penalty, the header from Luigi. Took a little bit of a hand from Sahwani, and then here we go now. 9 nervy minutes ahead for Morocco.
So it's interesting. We're either going to play 8 minutes to get to plus 10, or we're going to play the full 10 minutes. It's a gray area sometimes. But Brazil have given themselves a chance. It's a tough tackle. Jouart will get a yellow card. And Morocco have some of their, certainly their attacking outlets options have been subbed off. They brought an extra defender on. And Ramon Menezes, the Brazil coach, batting 500 on the night with the review requests. Still has one more he can use if something happens, because he got that one right. Taha Majni just trying to get that as far up the field as he can. It's knocked down by Ron Gabriel, couldn't keep it. Asadak charging forward. Wesley nipping at his heels, able to do enough to dispossess him. Ron Gabriel then gives the pass away. This is Majni all the way wide. Plays it into the middle. And that will commit the foul from behind.
You can see Morocco have a good chunk of just everybody is going to be behind the ball. Very tight block defensively now. Trying to shuffle across. You expect a lot more Brazilian attackers really pushing up forward against them. They're just kind of standing out up front. At a point, you're going to start to see some long direct balls like this, looking for the knockdowns.
And Schausch comes to get it, gets the punch, and draws a foul as well. That was Iago, the center back, who's playing as a center forward in that moment.
It was hard to see what happened here beyond the fact that Ben Schausch just comes 12 yards to really get a punch on this one. We'll see how Iago challenged for it, and he comes off worse for wear, but I think both players had the right to challenge for that ball in the moment. The ball was hung up. Bruno Alves just kind of clips it. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong there. Iago has the right to try to win it, and then he put, well, there you see something, pushing the defender out of the way.
Ben Schausch is still rolling around. What becomes interesting is, theoretically, Morocco are just adding on to this time. They're not necessarily milking any of the clock. And Ben Schausch is going to get attended to. This looked very comfortable, and it was just an outstretched arm, challenging in the air. Now, it could just as easily been headed in and not off the bar, and we'd be in the same spot. But how quickly it's changed.
It changes the dynamic for the last couple of minutes here, whatever that magic number ends up being.
And this is where there's an immense amount of pressure on referees, because their bosses are telling them effective match time, play the whole time. And yet, nothing gets a team yelling and screaming more one way or the other than the amount of time given on, and nothing fuels conspiracy theories more than the amount of time given or not given.
Stopwatches going, and everybody's got a different time at the end. You can ask 10 different people, and they'd all have a different number. But we still have enough time for Brazil to score. We'll see if they can find that goal.
Here's Ron Gabriel. Leo Derek.
It's basically a line of 6 along the back for Morocco. They've got 2 pressuring up front, not to allow too many easy balls, but I think they're sitting too deep here.
Wesley, space and time, hooking the cross into the back post, header flashing wide. Might have been Iago there once again.
They're sitting so deep that Iago's basically said, I'm going to go play up front. So he's come all the way up from the back. He's playing as a center forward now. And when you're too deep, you can't get pressure on the ball high enough up that you allow Brazil to bend these balls in. That's how they got the penalty. They're all complaining, as you said, about the time, how long Ben Schausch is taking to take this goal kick.
Which is exactly as long as Otavio would be taking if the roles are reversed.
How dare you?
And Brazil stopped there for some reason. Bahraoui had it, couldn't connect with Hamoni. And Sahwani there, it was his handball that led to the penalty, threw some contact in, and Eric Belay, and Kayla Herrera wasn't buying it. It's a throw in for Morocco. And you see the amount of time it's been added, you see the amount of time it's been played, and yet none of us have any clue exactly how much time is left. Only Kayla Herrera, the referee, because we've lost so much of this time in the 10 minutes added. But Brazil understand this result makes it a must-win against Spain on Saturday. It'll be a must-win for Spain. It'll be very likely both of them out with a draw. Morocco will finish against Mexico on Saturday at the exact same time. And Morocco just trying to stick this in the corner and take some time off. El Bahrraoui actually weaves his way through. Iago trying to clear up the line. Eric Bellet off his thigh. Luigi got the touch to it. Eric Bellet comes away with it. He's trying to weave back inside.
Right, wanted to come back in on his left foot. All the space was wide. Oh, touch.
Hamoni cannot keep that in play. Wesley out there on the right, he gets the cross in. Bakhti is there to clear. It's going to spin to stay in play. Eric Bellet nods it inside. Hamoni sends it backwards. Acrobatic by Zahwani to clear. You see how far pinned back Morocco's getting. Iago's come forward, the center back, to become a center forward. However much time is left here, Leo Derrick couldn't get to the corner. Majdi sliding through. Mamar prevents the corner. El Bahrraoui, that's not a foul, he picks it up. Oh. He's running with Tom Schwartz, and they can't make the play.
That was it. That was the capper.
Able to give Brazil another chance. Whatever time is left, David Washington plays it right into Esadak and then commits a foul. And now we find out how much extra time is going to be given on top of the 10 that were indicated. But Brazil follows the Moroccan error or mental mistake with one of their own. And Morocco will certainly hope that they hear a final whistle as this ball is put back into play. And Schaus lifts it forward, still we play. Kayla Herrera looks at the watch. Tajuart's just blasting it forward. And this is where it would be to the benefit of referees if indeed we're going to +12 to make that indication. It was actually last off the Brazilian player. And there is the final whistle. And Morocco at the U20 World Cup for the first time in 20 years have clinched a spot in the knockout round with one game still to go. And Brazil's hopes at this tournament now hanging by a thread going into their finale on Saturday against Spain.